Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from the host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1 vs 1 in the Ruins of Rouen. Or the Ruins of Rouen, since this is actually the Eastern Front mod we're dealing with, so Rouen probably sounds a bit better. In the southern corner we shall be seeing DraufDranDrueber fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the, I don't know. Let's just casually say the 5th SS Panzer Division Wiking. Yes, indeed, opposing them shall be GodlikeDennis, hubris abundant, and no master of humility, fighting for the Soviets, fighting for the 4th Armored Guards Division. Guards Tank Corps, yeah, there we go. Sorry, I just a bit, yeah. Now mind, again, the Soviets rather dealt with corps in terms of divisions. Again, there was that sort of funny distinction. Again, corps versus this, Western division. And the Guards usually meant they had, done something spectacular, and then the Guards title was essentially applied. In some ways, they could, they would generally get more troops, a bit more better weapons, but again, there's some, of the readings seem to indicate that that might not also actually have happened. So, a bit hard to say. But we are seeing the Red Army mustering tent up. We are seeing engineering. We are seeing conscripts. We're seeing a command squad out here from Dennis. We are seeing a Volksgrenadier squad out. We're seeing troops heading eastwards. We're seeing an MG42 out second. Volksgrenadiers heading centerwards. Pioneers heading westwards. Or sort of more fringewards. So far, nothing really heavy, spectacular. The 5th SS Panzer Division Wiking, composed sort of originally of a mix of volunteers from the Scandinavian countries, Finland, Norwegians, Danes, a few Swedes as well. The majority of those did sort of get removed when they then tried to create the I believe it was the 11th SS Panzergrenadier Division Nordland, although some still remained. Though again, largely both divisions would have been made out of Germans or ethnic Germans. Anyways, Volksgrenadiers coming up right here in a fight with a command squad. Not really good at all. Getting flanked by conscripts and engineering. Volksgrenadiers again, rather, should not be rushed in on their own. They should rather be working with something else. And in this case, Dennis did certainly manage a nice little flanking mode right there. He's moving in there, taking out a position in the remains of this building. With some conscripts, probably mostly though for reconnaissance purposes, to spot what his erstwhile opponent is doing. We are seeing a second Volksgrenadier squad on the way. Conscripts then moving out, having testified there's absolutely nothing going on there, and that there has been no wine or other sort of alcohol in the building to consume, which again was a bit of a problem the Soviets had. Second Volksgrenadier squad ready, first one getting reinforced, although I do believe DraufDranDrueber could perhaps have been a bit faster on getting that. Nonetheless, fighting for the honor of the 5th SS. Certainly fought valiantly, I believe. Well, sort of valiantly. On the Eastern Front, there was not much valiance. So, of course, one should be pretty careful with that word. Volksgrenadiers moving up here in the west. MG42 supporting. Other Volksgrenadiers might also want to move up. What will the next unit be? Perhaps an MG42, perhaps some more Volksgrenadiers. Conscripts marching out. We are seeing, by the looks of it, 3 conscript squads. All 7 man, that is 21 man in fact, although not quite as many rifles. Again, not really accurate. Very few cases this actually ever happened, and that was not largely because, we didn't have rifles. It was more they couldn't get the rifles to them. Again, very rare though. They were more likely to lack food than rifles. First going to get handed down, and there we go. A nice Soviet charge running straight into a nice German MG42. Volksgrenadiers firing away. Conscripts dropping left and right. Ivan, Boris and Oleg dying less than happy deaths. Leaving behind only one command squad in the far east. And looks like we're already seeing an attempt at a Soviet support barracks up for GodlikeDennis. Going straight for the strategic point right there again. Sending off one Volksgrenadier squad a bit on its own. Careful. 4/6 men now. 4/6, and there we go. GodlikeDennis. Volksgrenadiers are quickly dropped by the heavy roar of the MG42. Command squad fighting off against Volksgrenadiers hiding in an old tower-like structure. And we are seeing an additional MG42 setting up. Command squad coming under heavy machine gun fire. All the conscripts moving in. Volksgrenadiers might want to pull back from there. We are seeing another move right here. Folks, the conscripts are moving into flank. Bunker going up. Bad placement of bunker, though. Far too frontal, far too frontal. Petrol bombs going off, so Dennis has already secured that. But again, I mean, when it comes to placement of bunkers, you know, think about it. I mean, is this a rather exposed position? In this case, yes, in the middle of the road, quite close to the opponent's base. I mean, better would have been around here or here, you know, closer to your own base, a bit not so easy to reach or see. This is definitely a huge mistake right there, I think, by DraufDranDrueber. MG42 sitting up there. We are seeing mines up from him, though. That's Dennis that's got mines up. Conscripts, though, are flanking MG42 and running. No, apparently might not have been finished. I don't know. Conscript squad pushing away. Dennis pushing on, rather harassing severely. We are seeing the skirmish phase up. I mean, I think he could, of course, you know, be spending 280 manpower on, you know, another full squad or something, because rather the force he has currently is not quite sufficient, I'd argue, considering what he's facing. In the meanwhile, we are seeing that support barracks is up. Supportski barrackski. Troops getting reinforced. Again. Another unit would be nice, I think, or at least a Kampfkraft center and something, so you don't float a lot of resources when you could, you know, be trying to push against the Soviet who has himself been pushed off. You know, push. Push. And we are seeing a medium mortar going out for GodlikeDennis. A man for whom modesty is something that happens to others. And there we go, skirmish phase complete. Come on, Kriegbarracks, Kriegbarracks, Kriegbarracks. Build Bauern men now, Bauern, or something like that. I know Bauer means build, I think. So come on. Conscripts here not really being dealt with severely enough. Bit of a misflop right there in the thing. But the medic bunker again up, but again rather exposed, but too close. And of course, coming under immediate mortar fire because again, Dennis knows where it is, and again, it's not really too far behind, so again, he doesn't need to push hard. Again, the placement of this medic bunker is absolutely abysmal. Really not good medic bunker placement at all. MG42 needs to retreat in the middle of a petrol bomb. Come on, DraufDran, come on. Wuxuk, don't stand in the middle of the fight getting cooked, you blighter. Another push right up here again. DraufDranDrueber's defense again. He's floating a lot of resources again. He needs to use them. Use them, mate. And again, you're going to be losing that medic bunker out, really having achieved anything. You silly sod. Half-track on the way. Grenadiers on the way. Something, I suppose. Although, again, you could also, you know, go on Blitzkrieg, call in some stormtroopers instead of Grenadier, get some tough infantry out right away. Pioneers here need to retreat. Absolute chaos. Clearly, the 5th SS commander right in the beginning is definitely not doing too strongly. Conscripts getting heavily machine gunned over in the east, or in the west, I suppose. Others so could be flanking. Medic bunker soon going to be going down. Counter-attack by false Grenadiers. MG42 getting reinforced. MP40 could be an idea for an upgrade. There we go, half-track. Schützenpanzerwagen. Dennis is securing most of the map. Get some pioneers in that half-track. Get it manned. Get some guns out on it. Push against the Soviets. And looks like, though, Dennis is already predicting that with some tank hunters with anti-tank rifles, which were rather they're really used in the earlier stages of the war, since it couldn't really penetrate much after that. I mean, it was used still, but that was mostly used, in fact, to clear out bunkers, because, well, it had some pretty nice high explosive rounds, but I mean, it rather became limited in usage. There we go, though, half-track can still be dealt with through sufficient usage of that anti-tank rifle. Gunner killed, and we're seeing an anti-tank grenade. Half-track needs to get back. German troops need to push on. Come on, DraufDranDrueber. Schnell, schnell, angreifen. Instead, he's going to be losing that half-track. Bloody daft. And the MG's been cleared out. Come on, German commander. Counter-attack, counter-attack. Quickly, schnell, schnell. Grenadiers are, though, pushing on. Behind, you might be seeing something. Tank understand is right there. Might have considered retreating instead. We are seeing Strelki moving up from the Guards Division. Quickly getting some... no, MG42 not doing anything. There we go, though, right from the other. Mortifying this one. Needs to retreat. Wuxuk. Grenadiers trying to hold the gun, but again... get them back, get them back. DraufDranDrueber, get them back. They are not in a good position. MG cleared out. Volkskriegs advancing up. Get this one moving up again. Up. push against the mortar. Make a concerted attack. Oh, for heaven's sake, there's a mortar. Focus. Again, priorities. Prioritäten. We are seeing additional tank hunters moving up. Again, Dennis is rather preparing for any sort of light vehicle nonsense. Pioneers. Still no greater usage of munitions except getting a Panzergrenadier. You know, you need something to deal with the infantry. Flammenwerfer. Mines something. And why are these folks not doing anything like attacking the enemy? You need to counterattack. You need to push back. The damn Bolshevik. In the meanwhile, Dennis is doing all right against the Hitlerite fascist invaders. Volkskriegsguard squad suffering heavy losses again because apparently DraufDranDrueber has better things to do than preserving his troops or doing, you know, something sensible. Bunker going up against, at least he's doing something all right there. Veterans up for the infantry. Volkskriegs getting caught on their own. Conscripts are moving in. Come on. Come on, push. Push. And both MGs, in fact, now been recruited by Grenadiers. That's actually a bit expensive. Mortar, though, coming under heavy fire from the MG. And there we go. Crew suffering a bit. Pulling out. Moving up there. Volksgrenadiers might consider retreating. Petrol bombs are getting lobbed, I think. No. No, they're just standing about sort of looking. Oh, I want to shoot that fascist, but I can't. Because apparently the designers figured, you know, hey, let's just do it like Enemy at the Gates, because that's a really historically accurate movie. Anyways, enough about that. Yes, I know, I just like to pick at it because I think it's fun. Of course, they can do whatever they like. Of course, it's their mod, but, you know, I'm rather about the history and, you know, just feel like pointing it out so nobody gets the wrong intention. Although, again, the support kind of with Grenadiers. Support, of course, much tougher. Command squad moving in. Grenadiers firing away most heroically, defending their MG comrade. But again, los geht's, schnell, schnell. Veterans won for the command squad. Dennis commanding his troops to greater glory. Defensive global veterans. Here's some global bonus for all of his troops, making them a bit harder to kill. Securing points over here with the Pioneers. Mines would be good. And of course, right next to the medic bunker, this could actually be an advantage for DraufDranDrueber. Not so far to go, but again, now he needs to push. Oh, poo. The command squad went down. They died heroically for the motherland. Although clearly not heroically enough, since they were not surrounded by a mountain of fascists. So, I mean, clearly their families will be deported to Siberia. Poor Dennis. Now look what you've done. Mines are down again. Nice thing to do. I mean, it's not just something for the Germans, it's also for the Allies, you know, to make it much harder for the Germans to counterattack. Veteran T2, not a bad thing. No upgrades for his Strelki. Might be an, you know, he's floating an awful lot of munitions, Dennis. Come on, Dennis. Be a good boy. Or a good chap. Grenades again. Ooh. Heavy losses to the Strelki. Only 2 men make it back. Damn Hitlerites. And yes, they talk like that. I mean, if you actually read some of this, they never referred them to as Nazis. They called them either fascists or Hitlerites, which again sort of reveals rather how the Soviet man thought, and how the Soviets rather dealt with things partly in terms of leaders. They rather say, you know, who do you follow, rather than, you know, sort of more specific ideology. But again, that's the fun bit. Troops are getting reinforced. Again, DraufDranDrueber needs to think it a bit further through. And looks like the Grenadier squad was reformed. Good, good. Push, push. Schnell. Vorwärts. And of course for Dennis, you know, Sarodina, Stalina. Sardine, not really good at Russian. Come on. You know, also a bit on the east. You know, keep up the pressure. You know, force them to spread out as well, I suppose, a bit. You do have the tougher infantry, the more superior Germans. Better trained and much more snappily dressed. And then the mortar moving up. Veteran T2 though. Interesting enough, it also gets, you know, a bit there. Can actually have a larger squad. I think that's more of a bug due to the ballistic veterans. That sounded silly. Which of course could mean that Dennis is intending to get a heavy mortar. Conscripts being pushed back. Again, push, push. Don't focus all of your MG-42s in one spot. How about the center? How about a lot of things? But again, just push, just push. Don't use several troops to, you know, take points. Just leave one to do it, and then, of course, move up with the rest. You need to attack quickly, swiftly, brutally, decisively. 5th SS so far, though, bit lackluster. Clearly not the best of their troops. Clearly some Volksdeutsche. We are seeing a Sturmhaubitze, so he has gone Blitzkrieg. Stu 42 with its 105mm howitzer gun mounted. Ooh, Panzergrenadiers managed actually to kill 2 conscripts. That's nice. Response seems to be breakthrough doctrine. So both the sort of going for an offensive strategy, using a sort of supplemental doctrine to sort of really get through that. Conscripts here taking a bit of a beating. Volksgrenadiers moving in. We are seeing a petrol bomb move on. They blew up a noble blitz. Great, except you're Germans, and that was actually just a piece of the scenery. But move in, don't stand still. Stu 42, not quite hitting. Veterans you want would be nice. Push in with the Grenadiers, come on. Again, push. You need to be aggressive. And there we go. We are seeing another tank hunter team forced away. Mortar opening up. And we are seeing some upgrades for these tank hunter fellows. I believe that means they actually get 2 anti-tank rifles. And it's moving up. Strelki moving in. Still no seemingly upgrades of their weapons. Nothing to perhaps increase firepower like, say, an LMG or some SMGs. Submachine guns. Although we are seeing a nice flank there, but we are seeing assault in return. Sturm, Männer. Sturm with storm assault grenades. Oh dear, you killed your own MG crew. You murdered Hans. You bastard. Stu 42 needs repairs from the expert pioneers. And there we go. Against men, against tanks. That sounds a bit disturbing, actually. It sort of sounds like, you know, some sort of dirty magazine for people who are a bit too fond of tanks, you know. Pictures of men, you know, leaning against tanks. Oh, yes. Oh. And enough about that. But it certainly sounds a bit silly, you know. And there we go. We are seeing the Su-85 moving in. A Soviet tank, so I suppose it could function a bit like an assault gun. There was also the Su-100, which was essentially this one, but with a bigger gun, which then proceeded to suffer some problems because the gun was a bit too big, which rather resulted in some funny things, and also required some careful precision. In fact, no pack though. Oh wait, there was one. Pull it up. But again, troops are getting suppressed. MG needs to get out of there. Can't really do much against this thing, which has also been upgraded with things protecting against Panzergrenadiers and such. Hiccups. Conscripts getting suppressed. Retreat. That MG42. Come on. Oh, come on. That's not very good. We are seeing tank hunters moving in. There we go. 2 anti-tank rifles coming under Stu 5. Veterans, you want up for little. Nice, another bunker up. Probably going to be a repair bunker, although again, another medic bunker would not be amiss. Stu 42 keeps firing. Cover in Deckung, Männer. Assault. How about a mortar yourself? How about a more coordinated assault effort? There we go. And the tank hunters actually seized the MG. Interesting. Volksgrenadiers then proceed to run straight into it. This one's not really pointing in a good direction. Volksgrenadiers need to retreat. Rückzug. MG Grenadiers getting suppressed. Mortar firing away. So far, a nice position by the guards. Tank hunter needs to... and tank destroyer needs to wait, but so does the SU. Needs to be careful. I mean, the Stu. Mines going off. Grenadiers getting penned. Volksgrenadiers going to need to reinforce. Grenadiers moving in with a Panzergrenadiers. Might be an idea to get off a grenade against the mortar. Move up some Volksgrenadiers. Some troops. There we go. You might even be able to clear up the mortar in this case. I mean, oh, main gun destroyed. Push up the Stu-42. Support your infantry. Unterstützung aus der Infanterie. Grenade. And there we go. Mortar cleared out. Grenadiers still suffering heavy losses. Where's the rest of the infantry? More Grenadiers. Good. This medic bunker is definitely paying itself off. That is good to see. He's already gotten 2 Grenadier squads. Definitely going to help the 5th SS, the Panzer Division Wiking, which exclusively fought on the eastern front. It never saw action on the western front. Mortar rounds are flying through the air. Medics are moving up without a care. Lots of infantry, lots of different things. We're also seeing mechanics out for GodlikeDennis. Grenadiers a bit on their own, and LMG could be nice for him if he has resources for that. But again, a lot of things could be. And again, move up those Volksgrenadiers and get some MP40s, man. Even one could be squad upgrade, could be nice. Repair bunker up, nice. Observation post, alright. Alright. Stu moving up, a bit of veterancy on that could also be helped. You know, veterancy 2. Health increase, MG. Tank is moving in from the flank. And we are seeing an assault. Pull back the Stu a bit further. And there we go, tank hunter suffering gravely. Conscripts, Strelki, all run off. Medic truck, pull back. MG42 supporting a horde of conscripts. Mortar keeps firing. Securing these again. He needs to be, I think he needs to be a bit better at spreading out his troops. He does seem to be a bit more like clumsy punching at times. Not quite elegant maneuvering, I think. And again, he's spending too many troops on actually just taking points. He usually, I mean, one grenadier squad, leave the rest, then push onwards. Stabilize the front, create a front. This is just, you know, not quite gaining the most out of troops, and this is actually the sort of position where it's excellent to counterattack, because again, they are spread out, they're taking points, they are easy targets. 3 grenadier squads. Panzer Command, a battle phase on the way. No, that's a mine. Veterancy for the Su-85 already. That seems a bit quick. And of course, holding out there, Stu-42 moving in. Grenadiers moving up to support. Conscript suffering a bit. Grenadiers moving in. But again, I mean, another reason this is bad is it actually saps you quickly of any sort of momentum. Because again, you're just suddenly stopping up quickly to take points, and rather than establishing a safe front line and then using something else to take points. Troops are massing into an MG, and again, veterancy 2 troops are quick as suppressed. Grenadiers here running into a mine, need to retreat. Rückzug! Rückzug! Volksgrenadiers here now finally moving up to coordinate, but again, they should not have been spread out like that. That was a bad idea. Mildly put. Strelki now caught out in the open by the Volksgrenadiers, and they are quickly run off. And medics continue doing their work. You might be seeing a Panzer Command soon. And the Su-85 trying to do something it was never built for, killing medics. And the medic doesn't really give a damn. Volksgrenadiers moving in against the tank hunters in the center. More wounded being pulled in. And instead they focus that poor bugger down. More Volksgrenadiers moving up to assist. Pack forces away the Su-85. We are seeing a tank haul going up. No Panzer Command still for DraufDranDrueber. Come on, Draufie. Come on, Draufie. Be a good boy. Or at least call in some stormtroopers or something, you know. Could use it to sneak in and clear out some important targets like that mortar. Stu moving up again. Pack moving up to support. Conscripts getting hit by MG fire. Stu moving in without anti-tank support. Very bad. Grenadiers advancing. Still Panzergrenadiers. Again, no LMGs. Could be nice. Volksgrenadiers here caught in a nasty position. Nothing to cover the center. What are you doing, DraufDranDrueber? You seem to be suffering a bit from, well, tunnel vision. MG42, of course, being forced to react to this. Pack opening up on the Su-85. Misses a bit. Grenadiers moving in. A nice push right here, though. Medics getting hunted down. MG opening up. Focus. Stand still. I mean, standing still increases accuracy, makes it easier to hit the enemy. And Panzer Command finally on the way. Grenades getting lobbed at the tank hunters. Not really doing a lot. Grenadiers need to be careful. Pack not continuing upwards against the Su-85. Soviet forces of Dennis are being pushed away from the center, which is something, but again, DraufDranDrueber is just not able to really establish a front line. I mean, his strategies are in that sense pretty weak. He's much too quick again to just lose momentum, and losing momentum can be really bad as the Wehrmacht. Oh, he is going to catch that heavy mortar, but he is coming under heavy fire from the MG42 again. Troops getting and another Opel Blitz goes down. heroically. Grenadiers need to retreat. Come on, just Rückzug. Volksgrenadiers once more push to do all the hard work on the flank. Panzer Command still going up. Stu moves in, clears out the MG. Grenadiers pushed away. Pack still not moving up. SU needs to pull away. Center secured again. But again, now I think he got there more than mortar. Yes, indeed. Stu needs to pull away. Point's been secured. Strelke holding out. Veteran 21 still no upgrades for them. Troops hanging about here, looking all troopy. Panzer Command almost done. A Panther could in fact be acquired, and yes, indeed, he's going straight for the Panthers. Needs to pull all the Volksgrenadiers into the fight and not leave just one squad to leave it, while the other one's right next by. MG's getting forced away by mortar fire from that heavy mortar, the 107mm chemical mortar, something the Germans actually have, but you know, you don't really see that much either. And again, we're probably not going to see that in coming years too. We're probably going to be seeing the 120mm as seen in screenshots. Engineers moving straight into it though. Pack needs to be careful about moving about in the open. Mortar fire against here. Dennis though has been pushed back finally, but of course question will be for how long, because again DraufDranDrueber's strength, his forte, is not in straight up defensive lines, although we're seeing another Grenadier squad ready. But again, will he be able to use it properly to full effect? Panther though soon ready. He could also soon be getting access to the Tiger, from some SS Schwere Panzerabteilung. More heavy mortar fire. And there we go. Panzerkampfwagen 5, Panther Panzer. Terror of all Allied armor has arrived. Well, not all, but largely. All. Further fighting right here again. A target for the mortars. And a nice, huge Soviet push by GodlikeDennis. And only one depleted Volksgrenadier squad to hold it. Retreat. Rückzug. Stu. Grenadiers moving in. Again, an LMG for those Grenadiers could have been nice. Another bunker going up. Perhaps another medic bunker. That I think would be nice. Panther could be moving in. Yes, indeed. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Aus der Weg. Heavy Stu fire on the Soviet troops. 25 kills already. Oh, mine kills them. Troops getting suppressed. Panther moves in. Su-85 moves up. Anti-tank gunfire hits. Anti-tank rifle fire hits the side of the Panther. Tank hunters, though, a bit of an exposed targets themselves. Stu 42 could be going down any second now. Again, Veteran 2 would have been nice earlier, I think. Getting, though, all the tank hunters stunned. That's going to save it. No, he's going for another repair bunker. I think actually another medic bunker would be nice, but anyways. And there we go. He can get the Tiger now. Now he just needs to save together. Come on. DraufDranDrueber. Tiger. At least he's establishing a more solid position now, but again, with 5 infantry squads, whereas 4 of those are Grenadiers, it would be a bit embarrassing if he hadn't by then. But it's certainly not through greater tactical finesse he's made progress, I think. Again, he's been making a lot of, you know, tactical or operational blunders, whatever you'd call them. Mortars exposed. These guys. Oh, he actually, no, didn't lose the major mortar. Then my fault. And what is this? An IS-3. The IS-3, by the way, did not fight in World War II. But it was essentially anyways just an up-armored IS-2, which again also makes it a bit odd. They felt the need to add it in. Volksgrenadiers need to get away, perhaps. IS-3 suffering heavy damage. Panther 2 heavily damaged. Again, Tiger, come on. You can get it, man. Do it. And instead he lost something else. I'm not entirely sure what. Grenadiers don't want to moving into it. Don't move them on their own. Do not be feeding your opponent troops piecemeal. Thou shalt not do that, man. Said he lost hack. Actually, that was what he lost. IS-2 moving in. Troops hiding in the ruins. Strelki Vet 22. Just retreat those Grenadiers. Rückzug, Männer. 4 guards. Tank Corps doing quite well against the 5th SS. Anti-tank grenades against the Panther. Heavily damaged. IS-3 moves in. Panther needs to pull away. Again, get that Tiger. Tiger. More Stu fire on the Soviet infantry advances. IS-3 moving in. No pack to help. Where are all the Panzergrenadiers? Nowhere near to help. Panther needs to get away. Soviet infantry continues against the Stu 42. Panther also suffering a bit. Panzergrenadiers hitting. There we go. And some more pioneers went down horribly. Soviet infantry not doing too well either for Dennis the Red Menace. Of course, with Hauptsturmführer Wilson grumbling at that damn kid, of course, played by Walter Matthau. Probably not, since he's dead, tragically. Hack the recruit, and of course in the process losing an entire Grenadier squad. Not further handily, and again needs to get away from all the heavy mortars. And as of course he pushes on and clears them out immediately. Again though, Tiger! Tiger! Stu 42 tearing through Soviet infantry. 35 kills! Panther getting repaired. Come on, you need to deal with this mortars. Instead, he's not. Again, priorities. Priorities. Like the mortars. Come on, man. Pack crew again lost, meaning those Grenadiers were fully wasted. And the repair bunkers now coming under fire again. Deal with the mortars. They are exposed, largely. I mean, yes, there's something, but again, I mean, move up here and you could probably deal with them. But again, you're not DraufDranDrueber, are you? No. We are, of course, now finally seeing a Tiger getting ready to be called in. In the meanwhile, in Dennis's base, he's still holding on ready, although he's lost one Strelki. And one... No, he's not even lost a mortar. So, I mean, he's actually doing pretty well. And it's actually been quite good in his unit preservation. But there we go, the Tiger has arrived. And that's IS-3 not even fully repaired being sent in. Tiger needs to be supported by the Panther or something else. At least against such a heavily armored vehicle. IS-3 opens up. And some Soviet tank hunters are getting knocked out by the high explosive 88mm shells of the Tiger. Panzergrenadiers on the IS-2 as well. Move in the Panther quickly. Move in the Tiger as well. Do not be against sent troops in piecemeal. You're just sacrificing troops senselessly that way. Tiger moving in. Su-85 suffering a bit, although Tiger also taking heavy damage. And again, where is the Panther? It's moving in too late. Never mind, where's the Stu? Oh, it's there. But again, where's the Panther then? I mean, an absolutely poorly coordinated assault. Instead of getting all his damage in as much as possible, really tearing through Dennis's forces, he instead sends him in piecemeal. Again, takes heavy damage, but doesn't really manage a lot against Dennis. I mean, that's rather a textbook case of just not really using the full resources at your disposal. So definitely a bit poorly handled right there, I'd say, by DraufDranDrueber. Definitely. And of course now pushing up here with nary a response from DraufDranDrueber. Of course the medics are doing their job. Conscripts again getting hammered. Almost up to 40 kills for that Stu 42. The bane of all Soviets. Although the mortars are still doing their ugly work as well. And there we go, conscripts forced away. No victory points being held by DraufDranDrueber again. And now we're seeing another bunker, probably going to repair bunker, medics pulling in the wounded. And another Grenadier squad, that's something. Soviet troops getting hit by the Stu. Stu needs to pull back a bit. Also consider getting some veterancy. Pull back. Come on, los geht's. IS-3 moves in against the Panther. Panther also needs to pull back, and Tiger needs to get repaired. Desperately needs to get repaired. Oh well. There we go. There's some repairs again. Mortar fire again. DraufDranDrueber has not really been very successful in dealing with the sort of major issues that keep plaguing him, I feel. And we are now seeing some upgrades for the Russian tank hull and some other upgrades. Strelgi securing point. Inspiring speech. Granted, Stalin was not actually very much of a great speaker. In fact, he only rather really spoke one, and when he did speak, he actually had a rather squeaky voice. I am Comrade Stalin. Sort of like that, actually. I mean, really, you wouldn't really think he was any sort of great speaker hearing him at all, and he wasn't. He was a great knower of men and, knowing who to manipulate and how to manipulate, but I mean, he wasn't, a fiery speaker like, say, the Führer. Lots of mortar fire again from those two nasty little mortars set up by Dennis, the Bolshevik menace. Grenadiers inside the building suffering heavily. Tiger more fully repaired. Perhaps another. Oh, he's getting a half jack. I actually think, and let's just briefly pause, just for the fun of it. I mean, if you think of the half jack and then something else, I think actually he should have waited, and then he should have gotten a second Panther. I really think he needs a second Panther, and then he needs to actually go hunting for the IS-2. Or the IS-3 in this case, named after Joseph Stalin himself, after the KV series, which was named after the previous Minister of Armaments, or Commissar of Armaments, Clement Vroishilov, who fell out of favor. Tiger moves in. Panzergrenadiers, everything else good. Mechanics being forced back. Perhaps, focus down the Su-85, just get one target. Panzergrenadiers doing a bit of damage. Panther, oh, there we go. And whether it's the Stu-42, why do I keep calling it SU? Anyways, I mean, a bit of support there. Tiger heavily damaged. IS-3 being pushed back by successive grenadier assaults. Volksgrenadiers could also be pushing in. Again, where's the rest of the support? DraufDranDrueber, fully coordinate your attacks. You're a bit too likely to just be sort of sending in piecemeal again, rather than you coordinating a proper assault. I mean, it was, as Guderian said, you punch with a clenched fist. You're not doing that. You're sort of, trying to punch with just a few of your fingers and breaking them in the process. And now again, you lost a Tiger. The Panther's not really good either. Yes, you've done some damage to the S3 and you've got an Su-85, and again, you just lost a bloody Tiger. So again, DraufDranDrueber, I do think you need to sort of sharpen up a bit on your gameplay a bit there, my good man. Rear armor hit on the IS-3. Grenadiers need to get out of there, obviously. And I suspect we might be seeing another Tiger tank then up from DraufDranDrueber, who's regaining all victory points. Dennis has been pushed back with some losses. He's lost a conscript score, and the Su-85, but that's about it. And there we go, another Tiger rolling in. Desperately hoping for a longer lifespan than the previous one. And getting stopped by an MG-40. An MG-42 right there. Soviet troops are pushing on versus the Volksgrenadiers. And a petrol bomb against the Volksgrenadiers, sending them right back. And there we go. We're actually seeing some stormtroopers out now, quite interesting enough. Not sure why he goes for them now, but again, I mean, stormtroopers are again one of the toughest infantry troops in the game. Only outdone, essentially, by Knight's Cross. So that is a fun little fact. So it's moving up in the east. Could be dealing with them because there's some grenadiers. Or the stormtroopers, die Staatstruppen, getting assault rifles for them. Going to deal with the infantry, quite good. Although again, some grenadiers with an LMG-42, the Leichtlich Maschinengewehr 42 would also be nice. And now we're seeing an IS-2 to join the IS-3. That's not going to be a problem, obviously, for a stalwart German. Oh, wait. These grenadiers need to get away. Come on, Drauf. Come on, Draufy. Bit of a mess right there with the armor. Tank hunters coming under heavy fire. ISs are moving in, and apparently the IS-3 can also gain veterancy, which I think is a bit weird. Considering, I mean, it seems to be rather, you know, working a bit like the Tiger. And again, being much harder to deal with. Stu 42, heavy damage from the anti-tank rifles. Grenadiers moving in. Again, you know, stopping up, using a bit of cover would be nice. Drauf. Tiger again taking heavy damage. Panther needs to pull up. Oh dear. Grenades. Heavy losses to the tank hunters. They could be going down. No. IS-2 in the meanwhile, though, taking heavy damage. Grenadiers could be moving up to flank. Something could be happening. Let's go return back to DraufDranDrueber, who has Blitzkrieg. He lacks the munitions. Oh, he could have used it. He went for manpower blitz, but oh, come on. You silly clut. I mean, rather, I think he should have gone for the Blitzkrieg. Why do I think that, you might be wondering? Well, here's the thing. And that's hopefully the sort of simple bit about it. These grenadiers don't need to go back, but I mean, it essentially increases the rate of fire by your tanks quite a bit. It allows them to move faster. What does that mean? It means you can race right past tanks like these, clear out any supporting infantry if you're really doing well, and of course knock them out, and they won't really be able to respond back. And considering already that the IS tanks have a much slower rate of fire, Blitzkrieg would just, you know, increase your advantage. So I mean, why he's doing that is beyond me. Now it's getting more repair bunkers, but oh dear. I'm not even sure what to use some of what manpower from the manpower blitz on. Anyways.
We're losing territory.
Could have been handled a bit more expertly, I think. And again, I think I missed opportunity, but again, he'll probably have another one to use Blitzkrieg. And again, I do think he also should consider getting another Panther. Stormtroopers moving in, assault rifles blazing into the night, gutting down conscripts, completely panning them. Men of the Sturm! And actually, a fun fact, the initial sort of Waffen-SS units were not called, you know, when they were in companies, the companies were not actually called a company, but a Sturm. Fun fact. Again, it was changed, but again, it's not one of the things you actually really hear much about. But now you do, thanks to me, Imperial Dane. Anyways, a bit of rocket fire from his half-track would be good, perhaps. And there we go, another repair bunker. Veteran 22 for the armor. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. Although more Panthers in general would be nice. And the tank hunters are suffering ever so grimly. And in fact being pushed away. Grenadiers moving up to flank, that's nice. Stormtroopers remain, Grenadiers fighting here. Still no weapons upgrades for the Strelki. Again, I think some would be nice. IS-2 a bit under fight. Come on, move in, move in. Where's the Tiger? Wo sind die Tiger? Dummkopf. And there we go, just charging in. Mortars, absolutely wrecked. And here's though suffering a bit. Come on, the IS-2 is exposed. I mean, IS-3, either of them are exposed. Just focus on one. Focus on one. Come on, hit it with Panzerfaust, Panzerschrecks. Everything you can muster. Tank Hunters going down. Oh, this is a huge blow to Dennis. He's actually probably lost quite a bit. I mean, he's just lost 2 mortars, which, by the way, if DraufDranDrueber secures that, would be brilliant. Panther needs to get out of there, though. And Panther went down. He wasn't quite fast enough. No, no. Focus it down. Focus it down. Don't pull away. DraufDranDrueber. Don't pull away. In fact, you could have pushed on and gone Blitzkrieg. Increased the rate of fire again. Knocked it out. No. DraufDranDrueber. You are an embarrassment to the German Panzerwaffe. Absolutely missed a huge opportunity right there. And I really mean huge. So knocked out that IS-3. That could probably have permanently crippled GodlikeDennis, or Dennis this communist menace, whatever. Oh, Drauf. And he's now need to retreat. Now there's Sturmovics being called in. which was regarded as a flying tank, as it was actually pretty heavily armored. But again, now it's actually getting away. Oh, and you could still go Blitzkrieg. You could still perhaps win this a bit with Blitzkrieg, and he... Oh, for heaven's sake! You're definitely not going to be earning any iron crosses, man. I mean, again, that's definitely something to learn from. Again, you know, knowing when to push, knowing to pull back. And again, he has 2 heavily damaged Soviet heavy tanks. He has a Tiger, although it's definitely not in good condition either. But with Blitzkrieg, he might have been able to do it, yet he failed. Again, he doesn't really seem to understand the power of the Blitzkrieg. It is a vast power, a great power, a powerful power that, again, increases rate of fire, allows medium tanks to crush all cover. I mean, it's great. It really can do a lot if used properly. It even increases the rate of fire of your infantry. It makes them sprint. It does the same with vehicles. You know, again, and not to use it is mind-bogglingly curious. And I mean, now he's actually pulling back instead of pushing onwards. Again, he's just got Dennis by his communist bulge, and he's not pushing. He's now, of course, getting another Panther, which I suppose is fair enough. And we are seeing shock guards now moving into the 4th tank. Shock guards. Tank corps actually doing something, I suppose. Shock guards with their light machine guns and PPSH-43s, apparently. Suffering a bit, doing actually quite a bit of damage to the Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers. Oh, they do manage to create the light machine gun. Pushing up in the center again. There's absolutely no response because, again, DraufDranDrueber is now just blobbing up. Oh, DraufDranDrueber. Oh, you poor fool. MG getting flanked by conscripts from Dennis.
Attention, the enemy advances.
And of course the ISs are now getting repaired. Again, an absolutely huge opportunity right there missed by DraufDranDrueber. And I suspect one which could cost him the game. I mean, sometimes it rather comes down to just one simple thing. Although he has managed to actually secure the heavy mortar. That's actually pretty nice. So, I mean, it's not all bad, but... By Joe, again, those IS tanks... That was not good in particular, since they got a Panther, you didn't get one of them. Now, of course, you're sending in the Panther. And the Tiger, come on, get in the Panther. Move them in, coordinated. Blitzkrieg then. No, he's doing it again. Clearly, DraufDranDrueber's forte is not attacking. And now, of course, he's sending in a Stu 42 and assault gun at the front. Oh, you don't do that. And, of course, now it's lost. Again, I do rather seem to think that DraufDranDrueber's strength, again, is far from attacking. Now he's spending resources and veterans. Now I get more armor. Even a Panzer IV, I think, could do all right. Come on, get the Panther up to the Tiger. Shot guards might be going down very soon. Grenadiers need to retreat. Looks like the shot guards got to wait. Where is the Panther? Back at your base. Oh, for heaven's sake, DraufDranDrueber. If it wasn't because you're already at the Eastern Front, I'd say you needed to be sent there, but still, you can still be sent to a penal company to be punished for your sins against the Wehrmacht and the German people. Grenadiers need to retreat, though. The Viking 5th SS are taking heavy losses. Panther finally arriving. Will he be using the Blitz? Will he be using the mighty power of the Blitz against this heavily damaged? Almost down to half health. IS-2, come on. Blitz, Blitz, Blitzkrieg. No, focus down one at a time. Don't. Oh. But again, Blitzkrieg, 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 Blitzkrieg. Apparently not. I must feel I am disappointed by DraufDranDrueber for one going Blitzkrieg. He doesn't really seem to have sort of caught the full understanding. And there we go. More Sturmowicz needs to retreat. Pioneers dying in droves. Troops here need to get away. Buildings being blown up. Pack getting sorted out by the shot guards. Gunning down the crew. Most viciously and efficiently, I suppose. More rockets. More heavy mortar fire. Perhaps a bit of veterancy would help to increase sort of things. I mean, a heavy mortar veterancy 3 would actually be pretty nasty since it's also get a 50% damage bonus. Lots of Sturmowicz. Tiger moving in against the shot guards. Anti-tank anti-tank rifle fire. False Grenadiers. Still a lot of infantry, but he doesn't quite understand, you know, how to destroy those IS-2s, because again he's not quite understanding how to use split screen. Instead, another manpower blitz. Is he getting a Panther? More? No, he's not even getting another Panther. He's getting more veterancy, but again, not a third Panther. Come on, Panther. Panther. You need something to knock out the heavy tanks, and you need more stuff to do that. So come on, Panther. Panther. Come on, say after me. Panther. Come on, build a Panther. Anti-tank and swiftly sort out IS-2 moving in. And again, another manpower blitzkrieg ability again missed there. Panther needs to pull back. Could in fact end up getting knocked out. Again, DraufDranDrueber, why do you insist on doing this? Please return to GodlikeDennis. Could he finally be getting one? Although again, his Tiger and his Panther is heavily damaged. Mechanics heavily damaged. Heavily wounded, in fact. Damage ending on the Tiger. IS-2 almost down. Panther being sent in. No, don't do... Oh, he lost another Panther. He lost another. I mean, why am I not surprised? Tiger needs to be pulled back for repairs. He's got veterans with 3. That's great. But again, he doesn't really seem to sort of understand how to really attack in company of heroes. He doesn't seem to have to know to coordinate his infantry and armor. Tiger down. Unkillable. Grenadier squad down. OP, I mean, I'd like to agree with you. I mean, it certainly seems tough, but at the same time, you had plenty of opportunities to deal with it, and you failed. You failed, man. You really made a lot of mistakes. So again, I would not in this case be able to say it's because of balance issues, but more because you're just terrible at using armor. You're terrible at actually using your resources. Again, you could have gotten additional Panthers. You could have gotten additional a lot more. But again, you insisted on sending in your units piecemeal, one at a time. One at a bloody time. Let's just speed this little menace up here. Again, you need to keep it short, in fact. I mean, some are wondering why, again, do a speed up at times assaults in case of longer games to keep them short, because, again, I don't have enough RAM to sort of do too long either. And that's also why you're on at 7020p, not 180, or 1080. Just speeding up that bit again. Again, I mean, as you notice, it's not really something long. Another Tiger, a third Tiger. By Jove. Again, nothing really happening. Perhaps I should, in fact, have been speeding up earlier on. I'm sorry. Just been sometimes I had to do this. Do this. Mortar needs to retreat. And there we go. It's dead instead. Lots of Panzergrenadiers flying. Tiger moving in. Nice hit from the front. Tons of manpower being floated by Dennis, but he can't really use it for anything. Although I suppose you could get some upgrades if there are any available. And the IS-2 moving in, of course. Panther arriving as well. The sort of usual combo which has failed. So again, why he isn't trying with more Panthers at the same time is a bit beyond me. Pack arriving. Needs to retake that victory point right there as soon as possible. Don't send in the Panther on your own. Again, why he insists on doing this is rather beyond me. And it looks like we are seeing a T-34 76 with some tank guards on it. So the 4th Guards tank corps actually having a bit of fun. Panther and Tiger moving in to deal with that. Will they be able to kill that, or will even here DraufDranDrueber fail? That would be a bit sad, actually. And no, it looks like it's actually getting away. Oh wait, he might get it. Yes, he finally got a Soviet tank. Hooray! About damn time. Tank guards still are being caught a bit out in the open. They need to consider getting out of there. Anti-tank grenades, always fun. Heavy damage against the Tiger and the Panther. Pulling back. Grenadiers moving up. Could even dual equip them with Pantrex perhaps. Not even in this case you can accept that. There's something to get this show back on the road. Mechanics moving in larger hordes with lots of revolvers. I think that seems a bit like a desperate maneuver by Dennis as well. He's actually suffered a bit, but then he's also replaced most of infantry with guards of some sort. He's only got one squad of conscripts left, and then otherwise mechanics. So I mean, he's been suffering a bit himself, but again, the IS tanks, both veterans free now, I mean, are really holding up quite well. And certainly again, it's largely due to the fact that DraufDranDrueber has not been able to finish the deal, and again, then completely loses all balls or whatever. Medic bunker though still continues to pull in the wounded. Main gunner killed on the Panther. Grenadiers moving in. Still no LMGs on the Grenadiers. Bit of a shame that. Stormtroopers being called in. Still no additional Panthers. DraufDranDrueber, you need more Panthers. And you need to get those Stormtroopers away. Don't be standing still with them and... Come on. About damn time. Pack cleared out. Shot guards keep on shocking. Another pack up. Another goddamn bunker. And shotguns moving in. And of course clearing out the anti-tank gun most heroically. And again, I would rather say this comes down to Mr. DraufDranDrueber having mostly sabotaged himself. Pack moves up. Tiger getting hit in the side by the IS-3. Shot bounces off. Jolly good. Desperately trying to hold on to it. I mean, he still has a decent amount of territory, but again, he's also suffering heavily. And again, he just can't deliver the killing blow. Again, he fails to use, proper amounts of armor despite having several chances to get it. And of course, using Blitzkrieg. I mean, really, using Blitzkrieg is a huge thing. But again, it's not something a lot of players actually manage to do. And again here, IS-2 heavily damaged. Does he even blitz in a Panther to try and knock it out? No. He just sort of saunters about. And now, of course, he's sending in the Panther completely alone. Without blitz again. Oh, dear. At least promise me you're getting another Panther. You can still win this, DraufDranDrueber. Come on, you're so close, but every time you just sort of balls it up. Panther moving in. IS-3 moving after it. Come on, get off that shot. There we go. IS-2 finally down. Now just get that Panther away. But of course, now, Mr. Dennis can quickly get another. But come on, another Panther, and then try and hunt down that IS-3 now that it's on its own. Oh, well, now again, I need to speed up this, in fact, so I can actually show this. Panther, again, isolated. Where's the support? Where's the focus? Instead, he's actually got the Tiger elsewhere. Dennis is flowing around resources again due to the supreme map control of DraufDranDrueber. Can't really get much out, which is something, I suppose. Veterans free shot guards. My goodness. Tiger still not moving. Come on, focus. No other Panther either. 24 points left. Medics moving in. Another IS-2 arrives. Tiger then proceeds to move in on his own. Heavy damage. Another Panther on the way, but again, way too late. To actually assist the previous Panther, which again I think he should have been getting. Tiger moves in, now faces heavy opposition. Holds 3 victory points. Anti-tank grenades against the Tiger. Lots of infantry, get it moving, hold the victory points, hold the fringes, and again, get some LMGs out on those grenadiers. And he gets a stew instead of more Panthers. You need more tanks, not another stew. Again, he needs something to finally knock out those IS tanks conclusively. Definitively. Stormtroopers moving up straight into the line of fire of the shock guards. Shocking that. And now the last victory points are getting drained out of him. Let's just speed this up. And there we go. I mean, a rather interesting game. Certainly a bit more exciting, and certainly, you know, not some of the same mistakes we saw in the last one, but also, you know, some other mistakes. Something I don't really often see. Oh dear, now Flaps decides to mess up. Nonetheless, doesn't matter so much, because again, now we're not, you know, again, need so much to move. But still, what did he actually do wrong? I mean, DraufDranDrueber really, you know, made a plethora of mistakes. You know, the sort you don't quite see. I mean, again, he kept sending units to impeachment, also armor. He didn't really focus his attacks. Again, you know, not attacking with a clenched fist, but basically just, you know, trying to sort of punch with his fingers, which rather ended up in broken fingers. Strangely enough. And I mean, he didn't bother actually getting more than one Panther and a Tiger. Again, why on earth did he do that? That just seems completely pointless. But also, finally, he rather did not use the Blitzkrieg. Had he used that, he probably could have won, and even just pushed in at one stage. But again, his own loss basically came down not to the IS-3, but his inability to actually push on and finish the job. He was unable to finish the job. And in that sense, I mean, he rather, you know, defeated himself. Not Dennis, the godlike menace, or red menace, whatever, but himself, because again, he never could quite, you know, force himself to make that blow, that push. And that sense, he allowed Dennis to recover and push him in. I mean, it was rather his own fault, all in all. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.